Hi and welcome back to the Diamond FM Business Prospectus. Our goal is to show you why it is possible to be making £200,000 a year within 13 months from when you start with us. In this presentation we'll tell you about the company, the products and the marketing plan. It is illegal for a promoter or a participant in a trading scheme to persuade anyone to make a payment by promising benefits from getting others to join a trading scheme. What that means is that we make no money simply by having you join us in this business. We only make money from our own sales and as we help you to make money from your own business. It also says not to be misled by claims that high earnings are easily achieved. It will take work and effort to develop this business just like any other. This is a global opportunity and we work in partnership with a major international company which is FM Group World, which opened in September 2004 and already has over 250,000 members in 37 countries. FM Group is linked to Drom, a German company formed in 1911 who's the main supplier to companies such as L'Oreal and Nivea. Our idea is that people want high quality products at affordable prices. And FM Group did £50 million in 2007, which was only its third year in business. FM in the UK opened in 2006 by its director Anita Senuich, and it provides distribution and support. In 2007 they expanded into London premises and added a party plan system, and in September 2008 they added the network marketing system that makes up a lot of this presentation today. They have top quality products from the same families as big designer brands, but up to 80% less expensive than in the high street. There are products for women and products for men and products for children, and the most important thing is that these are the sort of products that everyone uses again and again. Even if there is a recession, if there's inflation, these are products that people will use time after time. They're also very ethical. There is no animal testing in FM products and they all come with a 100% money-back guarantee. The benefits to this are very simple. FM Group carry an average immediate profit of 33%. You buy the products as and when they're ordered from you at £7 and you sell them at £10.50. Now the average price of similar quality designer brands to these products is £50. For example, now 11 bottles sold would equal £38.50 plus bonuses, which you can easily do just working from home. There are several sales methods. You can work from home just demonstrating our products to friends and relations and very comfortably make £100 a month or so. You can actually present our products to friends and relatives and people that you know on a one-to-one basis and quadruple that income. This product lends itself ideally to party plan and there are people making in excess of £800 a month. There are also commercial salespeople going with sample kits to receptions of businesses and having the receptionist share the idea with other people in the office and make money from that. And then there is network marketing on which there is no limit whatsoever. Whichever method you choose, sample sessions are actually very easy to do. You simply have your sample case with you and you ask, do you have an interest in perfume? Now bring out the fragrance family sheet which gives you some comparisons and ask, what's your favorite fragrance? Find our fragrances on the sheet and say, try these. And then ask, what do you normally pay? And while they tell you 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds or more, explain our guarantee and tell them, well, these are £10.50. It really is that simple. You don't have to become a salesperson in order for people to buy products that are 80% cheaper than the high street. Additional incomes can be generated from what's known as points. For example, one bottle of classic fragrance equals 29 points. So if you sold 11 bottles, that would equal 300 points, and 300 points puts you at the additional bonus level of 3% on that chart you can see in front of you. Now the more points you create, the bigger the bonus you are paid. And the first steps really of this business are to move from the 3% level to the 21% level in the business. Can you sell 11 bottles? Well, party planners could do this at one party. In fact, twice as much. Commercial sellers could do it from one office. Presenters could do this in one day. But what about others who just want to network, who are allergic to selling? Simply use your own products and sell just 2 bottles a week. It is as simple as that. At distributor prices, you save more than 80% against what you pay in the high street. And the average person can easily use 100 points per month of our product range. So all you have to do then is to find 2 regular customers who also like the idea of making great savings with top quality fragrances. You and 2 other people doing 100 points equals 300 points and puts you at the 3% level. So let's see what happens when you share this concept with other people, either in person or across the internet, who want to make great incomes and who are willing to copy you. Let's say that you and everyone in your team on this example just introduces 1 person each month. In your first month in the business, you've done 300 points, you've introduced a friend who's also done 300 points, and so your team volume is 600 points, and it puts you at the 3% level on that bonus ladder. In your second month, you and your friend each introduce a new person who copies you. So there are now 4 in your team, and your sales volume is 1,200 points. It's literally doubled from month 1 to month 2, and you're a new 6% in the business. In your third month, everybody introduces just 1 new person, which means that there are now 8 in your team, and your volume is 2,400 points. In your fourth month, you've now introduced a total of 4 people, and there are now 16 people in your team. Your volume is 4,800 points, and you're at the 9% level in the business. You know, this is a little bit like if I walked into a room with a bad cold, and I breathed on a few people, some of them will catch that cold. Now, if I could persuade just a few of them to breathe on other people, we start an epidemic. In your 5th month, you introduce your 5th person, but there are now 32 people in your team. That's 9,600 in volume, and you're at the 12% level. In your 6th month, anybody else that you introduce, you don't have to stop at 5. You can introduce other people, but you would best put them into your team now. So let's just say that there are 64 people in your team. That's almost 20,000 in volume and 15% on that ladder. In your 7th month, you jump straight to the 21% level and skip through 18% because there are 128 in your team, 38,000 in volume, and you're now at the 21% level, what we call a golden magnolia. This means that you've climbed that initial ladder of success in just 7 months and are approaching £1,000 a month, and you can now generate true royalty incomes by helping your team to copy you. And remember, the people you introduced are just 1 step behind you, and the people that they introduce are just 1 step behind them, and so on in the process in any event. In your 8th month, you become a Pearl Orchid on track for an A-class Mercedes. Now, a Pearl must have 121% group and 20,000 points side volume to qualify for a 4% bonus, which is paid on the worldwide turnover of the business, not just on the people you introduced. And that adds from £600 a month to your income. As you can see on this picture here, you've got more than 20,000 side volume. In fact, you've got 36,300, and you have a 21% group as well. Now, everybody is just 1 step behind each other on this plan all the way through. In month 9, everyone in your team is just 1 step behind, so therefore your first person is now a Pearl as well, and you have 2 new 21% groups. In month 10, you become an Amaranth Orchid on track for a C-Class Mercedes. And Amaranth has to have at least 3 21% groups or above to qualify for an additional 1.5% bonus, which adds another stream of income from £1,750 a month to your income, and again is based on worldwide turnover. In month 11, you're now a Golden Orchid and you're on track for an E-Class Mercedes. A Golden Orchid has to have 3 Pearl or above groups to qualify for an additional 1.5% bonus, which adds to the existing incomes from £4,100 a month. In month 12, your 5th group goes 21%. Now, your next position is Diamond Orchid, and that puts you on track for an S-Class Mercedes. A Diamond Orchid has to have 5 Pearl or above groups to qualify for an additional 1.5%, which would add another £8,750 a month to your income. 13 months in the business, you become a diamond orchid and you're a legend in the industry. You're making over £200,000 a year. The first person you introduce is just one step behind, as is the second person. And the third is just 2 steps behind. The fourth is 3 and the fifth is just 4 steps behind you. So you've helped an awful lot of people make a lot of money. An interesting question would be is what if you and everybody else had introduced one a week? You'd actually be there in 13 weeks. The reality is that this is not a lottery. The fact is that with this formula you can get to diamond and real financial freedom from 13 months in the business. The speed that you do this is determined by how quick you begin to do your own 300 and how strong you promote to everyone in your team. For example, if you all just introduced one person a year, you would still be financially free, but it would take about 13 years. But how many businesses do you know that would give you $200,000 a year royalty income that you can pass to your children in 13 years' time? But the fact is, different people do things at different speeds, which is why this really is a 2 to 5 year plan. The FM Group World business proposal is very simple. To become an FM Group World distributor, you need to sign a distributor contract with the person who introduced you to this business, who becomes your sponsor, and buy a complete starter kit. Now, our complete starter kits have all 134 of our fragrance samples plus a DVD, stationery and other materials needed to start your business, and that's just £44.99. If money is tight, you could start with a 100 Classic Collection sample kit for £24.50. I strongly urge you not to miss your chance. You know, I've heard over the last 25 years that I've been involved in this industry that people say, well, with network marketing, it's only those that get in at the beginning that make any real money. And there is some truth in that. If you get in the start of a business and you go to work, you can be one of the people that make their very big money in this business. Please get back to the person that sent you to Diamond FM to get your questions answered. My name is Stu and I look forward to meeting you one day. Bye-bye for now.